Hi guys, my name is Jairo Pineda and I am going to talk about this election. I know it's annoying and repetitive and crazy, but I feel like I had to talk about it for a second. I made a video right after we elected this crazy person to be our president, and I kind of had to just leave that out because I was just a mess, just like a lot of other people have been. And even until now, it doesn't really hit me that Donald Trump is our president. Someone who is publicly misogynistic, racist, and just plain out insane. Like, it just blows my mind. Once again, Americans are afraid of change, of allowing something else to contribute to our history, to our progress, and it makes me feel like everything I've known and learned and experienced isn't valid for a second. It feels like we do so much work, like an endless uphill battle. But I also think of this as a warning or as a sign that we have to really allow ourselves to go through this bad time in order to make it even better in the future. And I also think of the minorities and the people who just struggle every day to make a living, make a life out of this hard country or hard life we're going through. And I think of what they're watching on TV, and it just scares me that they feel as if they don't have a voice, or if they feel like they don't matter, or once again we've allowed this group of people belittle our humanity for what? For money, for power. And it just doesn't let me think that we have really changed as a country. But also, it makes me feel as if we the people have been slapped in the face. The people who are progressive, the people who work hard to bring people in, the people who allow other stories and experiences to change their life for the better. I feel like we have the advantage here because we've always been fighting this fight for equality and acceptance and unity. It's weird because you hold on to what you love so much and what you believe in so much, and then you try to push away anything that's negative and unimaginable and just disgusting about our life, and then all of a sudden it's this person comes out of nowhere and makes everything that you've imagined and everything that you've fought against just come back and put it on top of anything we've worked for. And I think that that's the hardest part about this whole thing. How you try to protect your loved ones and anything that just seems and just makes your life so much better, and then this crazy person, it just like makes me just wonder makes me question our existence and our country and everything we've worked so hard for. And I think that now is when we have to ask ourselves what we've done and we are and who we are, and we have to reflect more than ever, I think, because it feels so crazy to even listen to people start praising him, and the people who are white supremacists and like all this crazy stuff. And I don't even know if it's him anymore, but everything that's come out of his words and everything that has been created just because of what he said is the scary part. The people in his cabinet, the people who support him, like that is what scares me the most, I think. And I think that that's going to be the challenges that we're going to have to face. I think that now is when we're going to have to fight, and we're going to have to be resilient and stand up for what we believe in, and be tough on this government that we can't allow to just play games. You know, we have to act like the majority, and we have to stand our ground on anything that could or might change or possibly hurt our future and our present. So I think that now is when we have to keep our eyes wide open, our ears open, our minds open, and we have to move forward with our best foot, because who knows what's gonna happen. And it sounds a little extreme or a little crazy, but I feel that at this point anything can happen, anything that we don't expect, anything that we expect. So I feel like we have to be careful now. We have to be smarter about our choices. We have to regroup. We have to get involved, ask questions, be open, have curiosity towards other people, towards other lives, other experiences. And that's how we're gonna grow. That's how we're gonna change our life. And you have to ask the questions, and you have to be involved in your community, because it all starts in your community. You have to talk to people, and don't fight, don't have arguments, don't get offended if someone has a different perspective, but rather be curious and ask questions and be open-minded about their experience, just like your experience. And I think that that's gonna ultimately allow us to go further and be more progressive rather than close-minded and go backwards. It just blows my mind to see that someone could think that they're better or they have more power just because of the color of their skin or their religion or their beliefs. I don't understand. I don't connect to it. And I think that those are the people that we have to really watch out for, but also be open to teaching and allowing them to learn our story and tell them your story and tell them that we're just like them. And as a person who's a minority, I think that it feels scary, but it also feels empowering at this point, because we've gone through so many things and we've fought so many battles and we've experienced so many negative things that at this point you can't just allow yourself to give up. So yeah, I hope that this at least gives hope and empowerment to one person, because if my message can inspire you or give someone hope or give someone power, at least one person, I think that I'm okay with that. And as long as I help you to think about who we are in our future and what you should do and be involved in your community, I think that's all I need. After you have your time of sadness, just remember tomorrow's a new day, and you're gonna get up and you're gonna fight and you're gonna be strong and you're gonna be amazing, And to all the women out there, I think that this shows you that you can do whatever you want, no matter what people say, no matter what our society thinks, and continue to be strong and fight for keeping this flame alive. The feminist movement and the women, I think, have so much influence in our world that we shouldn't allow it to just die down. And for the men out there that don't support feminists or don't support women or just don't think of women as a powerful being in our life, I think that you have to rethink what life is about, because I think women have such a great way of going through life and such a powerful way of changing things and making things better that men just aren't capable of doing. So I think women have to stay strong and keep fighting, because you're ultimately the people who are going to get us out of any type of negative time. And for the men that do support women and see their value, I think that we have to continue to speak up for women. I think Hillary gave us a different perspective on life, and even though she didn't win, she empowered so many women. And I think as a nation we have to be proud of Hillary Clinton for standing up and giving such a great fight to this person who just threw anything out there. And she's a strong person and she's a strong woman, and I think if we remember that, we'll be able to get through any hard times. I think that more than ever we have to stand up and we have to be loud and we have to not stay quiet, and just remember that we are not going anywhere. No one is going to Canada. No one is gonna just leave the country, because leaving is just like letting them win, you know? And no one is gonna sit down, no one is gonna stay quiet, no one is going to give up. And that's what we have to remember. We have to remember that we've fought a great fight, and we're not gonna go anywhere. Remember to smile, remember to love, remember to spread positivity, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!